How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing well. I have a piece that I'd like to share with you all, and it's called Choices. And it is a descriptive piece about making choices and how our choices can manifest karma. I was thinking earlier about choices and how that is something that we all have. And you may hear people say, I didn't have a choice, but that's not true. This is a free will planet, and that means everything comes down to a choice. We are entitled to choices. And even when we come into this earth, as soon as we are old enough, we start to utilize our choices. Example, as a toddler, when we're walking or when we're running, we choose to run or walk in one direction or the other. It's a choice. The point being, we have been making choices for a very long time. So when you hear someone saying, I didn't have a choice, yes, they did. We may feel like when we are in certain situations that we don't have a choice. But we always have choices. So I created this scenario, and it is speaking about a person that is in a situation where he has to make a choice. And based on his choice, there comes the karma. So, this is my scenario. A person offers you an opportunity to earn $1,000. And all this person has to do, I say all this person has to do, is to tamper with someone's brakes. Now, you knowing, that person knowing that if they tamper with this person's brakes for this $1,000, that it is a chance that this person will end up, if not dead, incapacitated. Now, this person has integrity. And so because this person has integrity, their response may be something like, you want me to do what? If I do that, that person could die. And I don't want that on my conscience. But the person knows your financial situation. And this person feels everyone has a price. That's why we must always know who we are. Now, this same person that offered this person $1,000 offers him $10,000. Now, being the person with the integrity and the conscience, more than likely the response will be, I told you, I'm not going to do that. Okay? That I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tamper with someone's brakes. And this person's response is, okay, just think about it. And if you still feel that way, then fine. But just think about it. So this person with the integrity and this person with the conscience starts to think about his situation, his financial situation. He starts to think like, boy, $10,000 sure could help me. I could pay off my house. I could pay off my car. I could pay my bills off. He's starting to think about what he could do with the $10,000. He ain't thinking about what he has to do to get the $10,000. Okay. Which also, it's also to be pointed out that we're always tempted. We're always tempted by something, you know. So, even though he said, no, I'm not going to take the $10,000, he made a choice not to take the $10,000. Even though part of him may feel like, or he's thinking about what he could do with it. But perhaps he's thinking, if I actually did that, somebody could end up hurt or dead. Maybe he's thinking that. Or he may be thinking something like this. Now, this person was willing to pay me $1,000 to tamper with someone's brakes. And not only was he willing to offer me $1,000, he offered me $10,000. And so this person that has the integrity and has the conscience, he's thinking less about what could happen to the person if he did something to their brakes. And now he's thinking more about how he can benefit. So now he's thinking, well, if he offered me $10,000, let him know that, hey, what about $20,000? If you give me $20,000, I'd do it. And he's imagining all the things that he could do with that $20,000. Job. Once you do the job, you get the money. Okay? So, he does it. He tampers with the brakes. Okay? His integrity and his conscience has gone out of the window for money. This is a choice that he made. He didn't have to make that choice. And maybe he felt like he needed to make that choice because he felt like he could make his life better. But think about it. You made the choice, true enough. But what about the life that could be taken because of your actions? And he was, in his mind, he was thinking, oh, all the things that he could do with that $20,000. He made a choice. And with that choice, there comes repercussions. So, who would be the blame if the person got killed in the car? Some may say the payer. He offered him something. He didn't have to take it. The payee had the choice to say no. So now, with that action comes karma. What does that karma look like? So he goes, he gets his money, and he gets in the car, and he's on his way home. And guess what happens? He ends up in a head-on collision. And in that head-on collision, he becomes incapacitated to where he can't do anything for himself. Ever. So that $20,000, he'll never be able to spend it. He'll never be able to enjoy it. Just because of the fact that the way he got the $20,000. He was willing to put somebody else's life on the line for money, for $20,000. That's all that he felt like this person's life was worth. But because of his choice, that's the karma that he received for that choice. The moral is, make better choices. Understand, with negative choices comes negative karma. That we're never getting away with anything, ever. And when karma comes back to us, it doesn't always come the way that we send it out. Sometimes it comes back a different way, but it's gonna come back. And when we're doing evil things and we're thinking evil things, it's always going to come back to us in one form or another. In the story, he ended up in a head-on collision. Because why? Why did I write it like that? Because he tampered with someone's brakes and they could have ended up dead. And so what he put out, he got that back. But sometimes when you put it out, it don't always come back like that, but it comes back. Not only can it come back to you, but it can always come back to those that are close to you. So even in that, we must be mindful. We must be mindful in what we're thinking about, the actions that we are taking, and understand that everything that we do has karma. What do I mean by that? That when we're doing negative things happen to us. When we are doing positive things, when we're on the positive side of karma, or when we make positive choices, positive karma comes to us. Like, we're attracting things all the time by our actions and our thoughts. Even the things that we're saying, because it's all energy. As soon as you make that negative choice, understand that at some point, and it may not even be far down the line, that negativity or that negative karma is coming back based on that negative choice. But thank you guys for listening to me. I hope that this piece enlightened you and you gained something from it.